Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first ever American Climate Leadership Awards for high school students. Are you ready to be inspired? I'm Aishah-Nyeta Brown, and I am thrilled to be here as your host alongside Jerome Foster II. Hi, Jerome.
Hi, Aishah-Nyeta. We're here to celebrate the incredible genius of young people who are leading initiatives to save the planet. All around us, we can see the impacts of the climate crisis. Here in Washington, D.C., there has been increased rainfall, flooding, and storm surges. Nevertheless, youth, in the face of social injustice across the U.S., are making an impact on cultural awareness and innovative solutions. It's an honor to be here to celebrate the incredible efforts of high school students. These young people deserve celebration, and beyond celebration, to be funded in order to scale these innovations to reach more communities. The American Climate Leadership Awards for high school students specifically rewards individuals and initiatives that have shown to broaden local participation in climate action efforts.
Yes, and I can't wait to give out these awards. The finalists represent extraordinary, effective models of climate engagement and action by high school students, schools, clubs, and organizations which we can all learn from and even replicate in our own communities. Thank you to Eco America for offering these awards. For those of you who don't know, Eco America is a not-for-profit organization whose mission is to move society to climate solutions by inspiring and empowering trusted national health, faith, and civic institutions and their millions of members across America to visibly act and advocate for solutions. This includes giving out the American Climate Leadership Awards for the past 5 years and for the first time offering this new category for high school students.
That's right. We're going to be giving out a lot of awards today. But did you know that over 70% of Americans are concerned about the climate crisis, but few of us think others around us are concerned as well? There's so much we can do and need to do to act on climate solutions. And we can do it. We can impact change from the schools we learn in to the communities we take part in. To invite families, friends, classmates, our schools, and our communities to do what they can, when they can, for our climate. And these American Climate Leadership Awards for high school students finalists are showing us just how to do it.
That's right, Jerome. I can't wait to share the finalists with you, but first I want to recognize the Eco America board, program team, and supporters who make these awards happen. And I also want to recognize the outstanding selection committee members who had the exciting and challenging job of selecting the finalists, runner-up, and winner. Thank you.
The American Climate Leadership Awards for high school students semi-finalists will receive $5,000 each in recognition for their efforts. Finalists receive $10,000 each to further their work, and the winner will receive $25,000. High schoolers across the United States submitted applications for the 2024 awards last fall. Semi-finalists were selected based on their effectiveness and replicability.
Thanks again to our fabulous selection committee, including Jocelyn Charger, Daphne Frias, Hannah Estrada, Nancy Metzger-Carter, and Alexandria Villaseñor, who rated each of the semifinalists to determine the finalists for this first ever 2024 American Climate Leadership Awards for high school students. The criteria included effectiveness, innovation, and how the effort was broadening participation beyond the current climate movement. Here are our outstanding finalists listed in alphabetical order. Shrusti Amula,
Adah Crandall,
Hopewell Valley Central High School,
Princeton Day School,
San Mateo Youth Climate Action,
and Youth for Climate. Now, let's learn a little bit more about each of the finalists.
Hi, my name is Shrusti Amula, and I founded Rise and Shine Foundation in 2019, and we're based in Clarksburg, Maryland. We're a youth-led nonprofit organization aimed to tackle food waste in our community to fight climate change and food insecurity. We do this in a full-circle method by preventing the loss of good food and properly handling food waste through our compost programs in schools and food recovery programs in schools and businesses, and they were both the first of its kind in my community. I also know that many people, especially youth, want to get more involved in their community, but just don't know how or where to start. So I hope to become a resource to help them and empower their voices while bringing to light the negative environmental impact of food waste and the rising levels of food insecurity and cultivate green habits. Through our journey, we realized that the most effective way to create widespread, impactful change is through policymaking. And our work led to the allocation of $1.25 million for Maryland schools to compost and our county's public school system to mandate the implementation of food recovery in all 211 schools. Thank you.
My name is Adah Crandall. I'm 17 years old, and I'm the founder of the Youth vs. ODOT campaign in Portland, Oregon. Freeways in my community produce toxic air pollution and fuel the climate crisis, and I knew that had to change. Every other week for over a year, I held rallies outside the Oregon Department of Transportation headquarters, calling for an end to freeway expansion and a decarbonization of Oregon's transportation systems. Our movement grew from 10 people to 50 to hundreds, and we gained real political power. Suddenly, reporters were asking gubernatorial candidates about us on live TV, and we started making national headlines. Through our organizing, we changed the conversation about transportation and climate in Oregon. And our impact wasn't just symbolic. A few months ago, ODOT announced several expansion projects were indefinitely postponed. If a group of determined young people can go up against a multi-million-dollar state agency and win, imagine what a whole world of people could do.
We are the Youth Environmental Society.
I'm Ben.
Iris.
Catherine.
Lillian.
Anastasia.
Sierra.
Matilda.
Meighen.
Tabitha.
And I'm Lucy, and
we've done a lot of sustainability work over the last couple of years.
What do we want? Higher justice!
Throughout it all, our goal has always been to inspire climate action in schools, starting with our own. This means
working with teachers, administrators, and community members to create a climate action plan for our school district.
Leading climate education professional development for teachers across all subject areas.
Organizing events for Hopewell Green Week, such as hosting climate activist Neombi Morris, a climate solutions fair,
a climate emotions group,
a fast fashion discussion panel, and a green jobs panel.
And meeting with leaders in D.C. to lobby for national climate education and climate mental health for youth with Schools for Climate Action.
As youth climate leaders, we believe that schools, and especially students, have an important role to play in addressing the climate crisis.
Say yes to climate action.
Connecting, forward-looking.
A collaborative forum of highly inspirational students.
I joined the NHSCF because I think that fighting for climate justice can so often be isolating, and it's been really nice to connect with students from all across the country.
We are students from Princeton Day School, and we lead the NHSCF.
We advocate for youth leadership through the forum.
The National High School Climate Forum is a youth-led organization that promotes discussion on ideas and solutions,
uniting high schoolers across the nation from diverse backgrounds to fight climate change.
We host monthly delegate and speaker events to discuss a range of climate issues,
with speakers including xenology artist Bonnie Lai and Robert Perkowitz.
With over 200 delegates across 40 states, we love to hear from delegates about the initiatives they do in their local community.
The Sustain-In was an idea that was combining a hackathon and an overnight lock-in.
I'm thankful for you all being the hope we need right now to win against this challenge.
San Mateo County, California is one of the wealthiest, most diverse counties in the U.S. Next door to Silicon Valley, innovation is a local phenomenon.
But with the global climate crisis disproportionately affecting regions worldwide, it is crucial that places like San Mateo use their resources to step up.
Locally, policy is a strong tool for action, and many of San Mateo's cities have great hopes for a reduced environmental impact.
Yet climate policy is supported so long as elected officials have constituent interest in it. If the public doesn't voice their opinion on green legislation in governments, it's unlikely to progress.
That's where we come in. San Mateo Youth Climate Action is the San Mateo County chapter of Silicon Valley Youth Climate Action, a youth-led nonprofit empowering young adults to use their voices and influence meaningful climate policy adoption.
As youth, we're concerned about climate change, and we make that clear to local changemakers.
We advocate for climate policy at city councils in San Mateo. For example, the city of San Mateo's recently adopted 2025 building REACH codes. These improved building codes targeted greenhouse gas emissions and health hazards through electrification and fossil fuel elimination.
But that's just the beginning. San Mateo County is a big place, and we'll keep spreading our reach, amplifying our voices as youth who can and need to make a difference.
Hi, I'm Xavier.
I'm Sydney.
I'm Abby.
And we're Youth v. Oil.
And we're a youth-led campaign working to phase out fossil fuels statewide.
Youth v. Oil is dedicated to building collective power amongst diverse youth through civic engagement, advocacy work, and powerful direct action.
The students in our campaign created the End Oil Drilling Resolution with 3 demands. 1, to stop issuing new oil well permits. 2, drop existing permits. And 3, roll out setbacks between drilling sites and communities. We've successfully passed our resolution at UC Berkeley, the San Diego County Board of Education, and the San Diego City Council. Through the process, we've held our elected officials accountable while building confidence and cultivating powerful friendships as youth leaders. This is just one of the many successes of our campaign, and Youth v. Oil will not stop until we end oil extraction and phase out fossil fuels in California.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Corporate greed has got to go! Hey, hey!
How inspiring. Wow, what an amazing pool of finalists. Thank you all for your important work and dedication to the most important issue of our time. Each of these finalists will receive a trophy and recognition to showcase their climate work. They will also receive at least $5,000. We are here with Meighen Speiser, and she is the Executive Director of Eco America. And now, the moment that everyone has been waiting for, the announcement of the 2024 American Climate Leadership Award winner, receiving $25,000 and the top recognition. This is so exciting. The winner is Adah Crandall. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much to everyone at Eco America. I'm honored to be here. My name is Adah Crandall. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Portland, Oregon. In 7th grade, I learned of the expansion of a toxic freeway into the backyard of my middle school. I would walk outside to recess and see a playground and a field and then massive diesel trucks that poisoned our air with asthma and cancer-causing pollution. Our transportation system prioritizes cars over people. It makes students sick and it actively fuels the climate crisis. 40% of Oregon's carbon emissions come from transportation, and as wildfires and heat waves rage across Oregon, the Department of Transportation's freeway expansions are part of the problem. I got a handful of students together and we decided to protest every other week outside the Department of Transportation headquarters until our demands were met. An end to freeway expansion and a decarbonization of Oregon's transportation systems. We started as 10 people, but our numbers grew to 20 to 50, then hundreds. We would sing songs, tell stories, write in chalk on the sidewalk. Our first day of school, we did homework outside the ODOT building, and on Halloween, we trick-or-treated at their door. Our creativity caught people's attention, and suddenly we started making local and national headlines. Elected officials showed up to our rallies, and candidates were asked on live TV their stance on freeway expansions. Through our organizing, we changed the conversation about transportation and climate in Oregon. And the impact wasn't just symbolic. A few months ago, ODOT announced several expansions were indefinitely postponed. But this is just one small piece in the puzzle. Right now, we are standing at a critical turning point in history. Our electeds are still expanding oil and gas production at record levels, and the climate crisis rages outside our windows. My generation won't stand for it. I graduated high school a year early to organize because I truly believe that we can win a better world, a world that actually works for us. In transportation, it means that no child has to worry if the air that they're breathing at recess will cause asthma. It means the bus comes every 5 minutes, that we invest in high-speed rail and alternatives to cars, not just electric cars, across the country. And at a broader level, it means passing a Green New Deal, transforming every aspect of our society to face the climate crisis and ending the reign of fossil fuels for good. If a group of kids in Portland, Oregon can go up against our multi-million-dollar state transportation agency and win, imagine what a whole world of people can do.
Congratulations to our passionate and dedicated 2024 finalists and Adah Crandall. And thanks to all of you who joined today's awards ceremony in support. It's a great pleasure working alongside of you in so many different ways to bring about just and equitable climate solutions. We hope that these finalists have inspired you to become a climate leader in your own community.
Absolutely. Now let's turn this over to Meighen Speiser, the Executive Director of Eco America, for even more good news.
Thank you, Aishah-Nyeta and Jerome. I am thrilled to announce that Eco America will host the American Climate Leadership Awards again in 2025 for the 6th year. As before, we want to recognize and reward exceptional climate action. Details will follow in the next few weeks, so please subscribe to Eco America's newsletter and follow us on social media for more information and updates. From all of us at Eco America and our supporters, thank you. We look forward to 2025. Let's get out there and act and advocate for climate solutions.